skull anyway?
No, I think it's gone. Because counting that the skull is missing, this is 1.20 meters. The size of a Vaquita bird is 1.5 meters. So the size of this.
That sucks. This will be the fourth dead one I've seen. Never seen a live one.
For Brut, I traveled to Baja California in Mexico where I boarded the Seahorse. It's a vessel run by Sea Shepherd, a non-profit defending all marine wildlife against unregulated and illegal fishing. There were 19 of us on board. Everyone is in their 20s and 30s and comes from around the world. They volunteer their time for weeks, sometimes months at a time, and I wanted to spend a few days here to understand their commitment as well as the importance of this mission.
It's great to have you guys on board. For those of you who don't work on ships normally, be vigilant at all times. So if you're on watch, be awake, be alert. Like if something goes wrong, you are being relied on to report it to someone else. And there's a lot of crew that's not on duty, that's sleeping. So when you're on duty, be vigilant. We are in an area that could be potentially dangerous, and we are on a ship, okay? Then obviously no alcohol, no drugs, and no smoking. We are gonna go underway and start monitoring the ZTA. The ZTA is a zero tolerance area, okay? That is an area that no one is allowed to fish in or do any of those activities, okay? And our role here is to make sure that no one is putting nets in the water. So that is gonna be our goal for the next few days or foreseeable future.
I discovered Sea Shepherd while I was at university studying biology. 2 months after, I was already here. So over here we have the Vaquita refuge outline. The Vaquita population studies are done through acoustics. So the scientists put down some hydrophones and then they analyze the data. Because they're really difficult to see on the surface, the sea has to be really flat. They're really shy animals that go away from boats and from the noise.
Can you show me what it's like the sound? Do we have access to that?
Yes, I actually have. So yeah, this is how a Vaquita sounds like.
I was not expecting that.
The high frequency sounds, yeah. So all the Vaquita corpses that had been retrieved, all the necropsies, they were healthy, they didn't have any disease, they had food on their stomach, so their decline is solely because of the entanglement in fishing gear. Fin shape, then a porpoise shape. This is a skeleton of a porpoise.
It is like that.
That's the skeleton of a Vaquita.
The Vaquita is a small porpoise that is endemic to this part of the Gulf of California. And it's so critically endangered that there could be as little as 6 of them left. But no one's fishing the Vaquita intentionally. They're bycatch. Fishermen are going after the totoaba, a fish about the same size. Its swim bladder is highly valued in traditional Chinese medicine, which has created a black market tied to organized crime with deadly consequences for all of the marine animals that live here.
I have a receipt, 1.7 meters. They call the totoaba the cocaine of the sea. So even people that were not fishermen were jumping to pangas with nets to the sea to try to catch totoabas because the value for their twin bladder was higher than gold. If the poacher got this, probably he will be very happy. He's going to be very upset because he lost the net and the swim bladder of this totoaba, so he lost thousands of dollars. We have a situation like now with the panga fishing inside the CTA.
Which all of this is illegal what they're doing, right?
Yes.
We noticed the panga stopping inside the ZTA, and on close inspection we saw that they are putting out fishing nets.
So this guy, so it has like yellow and then blue, that guy's moving.
So we then informed the Navy of the activity that's going on inside, and they are now sending multiple ships. So we are keeping close distance to the activities so we can continue to monitor what's happening.
I see the defender just approach the panga. They seem to be speaking while they retrieve their nets out of the water.
I think they also sometimes just take their chances, see how far they can get or how long it's going to take before we get to them. Is it leaving? Looks like it, right?
Yeah, it kind of looks like they were starting to take off. Where they're like...
Oh, we're going to see how this shakes out. The Defender is also on its way.
What's that?
The Defender is a smaller naval vessel that is more agile and able to move more freely. I guess that panga is really pissed now.
Oh yeah. Definitely have nets in their hands.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like their boat is full of net.
What they do is they work on a two-strike system, meaning the first strike is like a warning and getting the details of the pangas and the people on board, and then second strike is taking their nets and possibly facing legal action. So it seems to be working because we don't have a lot of fishing inside the ZTA, no pangas.
We provide international eyes on this situation, and we inform the world of what is exactly going on in the Vaquita refuge and what we see every day that we're here.
This is our chef, Maddie. It smells really good in here.
Actually, like every crew member here, during they say they will only eat vegan. There's a chef on board, so they have the luxury of having all of their meals prepared.
Here we have the heads. This is Pablo. He is our medical He's our medical officer, our medic.
Cleaning service.
Yeah, cleaning service.
Maintenance.
Everything. We're all a little bit of everything here. Any soap, a lot of all the stuff that we use is going to be biodegradable, including all of the detergent. So about every other day, somebody does all of the laundry, and it just alternates between people. No matter who you are, you have some sort of chore on the boat. Then there's the cabin. At night, we run these red lights. So this is all for red light is sensitive on your eyes, or good for your eyes. It keeps you from having night vision, so you can go out and you can still see if you need to go out on deck or anything like that. Sure. So this is the other cabin. We'll just make sure nobody's... So it's safe, nobody's in here, but oh, Richie is.
How about noise and privacy and
There's a lot of noise. There's not a lot of privacy.
The weather just picked up, and that woke me up because ship is moving a lot.
Last night was a bit difficult. Around 3 in the morning, we had some really rough weather. I got really seasick, and I was surprised to find out that actually a lot of people in the crew also got seasick. Medic the cook. There was no lunch prepared this morning.
Staying at the end makes it a bit miserable. Huh? To just get used to it, like.
Yeah.
I didn't. You don't have to tell them that. I have to tell the truth.
I miss my ration of rum.
Yeah.
Good old 1700s.
I miss that. I would believe that.
Sea Shepherd has been operating in these waters since 2015. They call this Operation Milagro, which means miracle in Spanish. Over the years, they claim to have retrieved 1,000 nets from these waters.
There we go, 100 nets done.
But their mere presence here has created a lot of controversy.
Esa es la mentalidad que debes de cambiar. Estás aquí en un área natural protegida, estás en una zona de refugio. Aquí la cuestión es que ustedes entiendan, que conozcan la problemática que hay. No es nada más de que, ay, me están agarrando. No, estamos hablando bien para esto. Ajá, para que no haya ninguna confrontación, es lo que menos queremos. Retírate, órale.
Milagro is already a high-risk campaign just due to the aggression that we come across every day with the poaching out here. So we have that to deal with in terms of risks, but the reality of the poaching climate right now here in the Upper Gulf has changed quite a bit. The poachers are in broad daylight. They are fishing without masks on. They're using buoys to mark their entire nets. This is something that I personally haven't seen in all of my Milagros. They're more aggressive than ever. We're getting more and more frequent attacks.
They're attacking us, they're throwing stone and lead, and more pangas and poachers are coming to join this attack. They want to board that stern, wearing rocks. Small boats from the Navy are coming here. So the poachers keep throwing stones to the Farley moat, but the army is here now. Also, small boat from the army team.
Our defenses held very good. We were able to secure the ship. We had damage to the ship due to many rocks and 2 Molotovs that were thrown.
Even though we are all citizens of the world, there's always concerns when you are an international vessel operating inside another country. We know what the threats are, and we know that it could get hairy. I'm not scared to be here, and even if there was threats, then I would still be anyway. So it's not really something that I take into consideration for my own safety. Of course, I take it into consideration with the crew and try to keep them safe, but I also know that they are also here for a reason. They are also prepared for anything that could happen from what we've seen in the past. So we definitely won't back down because of safety concerns. Yeah.
Lunge, lunge, lunge. Lunge, lunge, lunge.
Okay, I'm waiting that this doctor to do this.
Classic.
I'm glad that you're feeling better. You were not feeling that good this morning?
It's the most important job on the ship.
There looks like it's 3 people.
So in a case like this, what we just start going towards them to get a better look?
Yeah, closer, see if we can figure out if they have nets and what exactly they're doing.
Right now it's leaving the CTA, but they were stopped there for a while, so I still write them down as a potential illegal fishing. Their behavior was suspicious. times where this pango was inside of the CTA, so it was illegal. So this net has a big mesh size that catches flounders, and we saw as well in the animals caught on these nets, like from this panga and a couple more that we were able to film with the drone. We saw also sharks as well, small sharks. Underneath these glitterfish, this looks like different species of rays and also glitterfish. Has been a difficult, challenging trip, I would say, all these years. Almost there. Yep. But what also makes me sad, and still makes me sad, is that, of course, vaquitas are not the only animal that die in the net. I've seen sea lions, sharks, turtles. We found whales entangled in those nets. So it's all the life that there is here. That's one of the big surprises that I had the first time that I came here. How many different animals, how rich this area is, and sad because they were dying on those nets.
They think that we are extremists. People tag environmentalists as people that are taking things out of proportion and that they are exaggerating what is going on. And I think that's also the most dangerous part of all of it is, if you really look at what's going on, we are not exaggerating. We've got some great equipment on this boat that we didn't have on the previous, on the cutters. And I'm more than happy to explain to you how it works and what we can do with it. And it's essentially an echo sounder on steroids, and you can get 3D imaging of what is going on underwater. We are trying to see what is going on in the ocean bottom, see exactly how deep it is, and see if we can find any nets and old ghost net remnants that are left behind, so we can remove them. And our purpose is to fill this area and go up and down until this is completely purple. Over the course of many years, they've taken out hundreds of nets, and now we're having difficulty finding nets. I'm really excited about not finding any nets. I am looking to find nets, and I'm really trying my best, but I haven't found any, so I'm really stoked about that fact. That was thank you everyone. Have a nice day.
Right now, the population is still estimated to be between 20 and 6 vaquitas left. If vaquitas were left alone, if all the dangers were removed from their sea, their population could go back to where it was. Every year that they do a survey, they see mothers with calves, which means that they're still breathing, they're still there, they're still fighting.
One of my big takeaways is that our involvement does make a difference. If you are not part of the solution, if you don't stop eating fish, then definitely part of the problem. Maybe it feels like your actions as an individual can't have that bigger influence, but it does. We can change the world, and we can change the fate of not only a species, but of an environment and eventually of the world.